Yo legends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're stepping straight into the future, because we're checking out the top 7 best 3D printers of 2026. And trust me, 3D printing has leveled up big time. These machines are faster, smarter, more accurate, and literally turning crazy ideas into real-life creations. Whether you're into business, engineering, hobbies, or just love tech magic, this list is gonna blow your mind. So sit tight, because the printer that takes the number 1 spot is absolutely insane. Glue stick. Number 7. Snapmaker U1. We've been waiting a long time for something new to shake up the multicolor 3D printer market, and it's finally here. The Snapmaker U1. It's an affordable Core XY tool changer that tackles the problems of speed and wasted material. Unlike MMUs that rely on retracting and reloading filament through a single nozzle, the U1 uses a tool changer system where each filament has its own dedicated filament path and print head. The U1 can swap colors in about 10 to 12 seconds, including the time it takes to prime the nozzle. In testing, a 3-color print with 90 swaps wasted only 4.4 grams in the form of a prime tower. Since each tool head has its own heater, it can also combine materials that require different temperatures, as long as they are combined correctly. This means you can print supports for PLA out of affordable COPE or PTG, or easily combine TPU and ABS. Price is another major win for the U1. Tool changers have traditionally been expensive, putting them out of reach for most home hobbyists. At $999 retail, and even less for Kickstarter backers. The U1 is priced about the same as a Bamboo Lab P1S with features more like an X1C. Though the top cover for the enclosure is an extra feature, we didn't need it to successfully print ABS and ASA during testing. And unlike previous Snapmaker 3D printers, this one is using open-source Orca Slicer and Clipper, both tried and true systems that provide performance, customization, and security. Number 6. Bamboo Lab H2D. Bamboo Lab's H2D is a professional-grade 3D printer that takes everything we like about the X1 Carbon and steps it up a notch. It not only has a larger build volume than the X1C, its dual-nozzle hot end is a remarkable improvement that saves time and filament, especially with 2-color prints. The heated chamber, combined with the smart AMS2 Pro, which also acts as a filament dryer, makes printing with moisture-prone filaments a breeze. If you work with high-temperature filaments, a new single-spool AMS HT can heat up to 85°C to dry engineering-grade materials. Though the stock H2D is a fantastic machine on its own, the H2D laser combo is a true multitasker with your choice of a 10 or 40 watt laser for cutting and engraving, plus a tool for blade cutting paper, leather and vinyl. It can also act as a plotter by swapping the blade for a pen. Bamboo is clearly taking aim at markets held by Xtool, Glowforge, and Cricut by integrating an easy-to-use laser with camera-guided positioning and well-labeled materials. Like their high-end competitors, materials purchased from Bamboo are marked with QR codes the printer can read and use to select the perfect settings. Unlike previous attempts at 3-in-1 machines by other companies, the Bamboo Lab H2D is extremely easy to switch from one mode to another. The laser and cutting tool heads are add-on modules that lock onto the 3D printing toolhead, which never leaves the machines. The work surfaces for the laser and cutting tools stick to the heated bed's magnet. There's nothing to unscrew, just flip a few latches and plug in the cords and air assist. With a starting price of $1,899 for the base model and up to $3,499 for the fully equipped laser combo, the H2D might be out of range for the casual hobbyist. But it's perfect for serious crafters and entrepreneurs who don't want to limit their creativity because they lack space for all the tools. So those were our top 10 to top 6 picks. But trust me, the real heavy hitters are still coming. In part 2, we're revealing the top 5 to number 1. The products that absolutely dominate in performance, value, and features. If you don't want to miss the number 1 pick, Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And drop a comment, which one has been your favorite so far. Number 5. Creality Ender 3v3 SE. There has never been a more user-friendly, budget 3D printer than Creality's Ender 3v3 SE. Say goodbye to scratch builds and manual leveling. This machine takes no more than 15 minutes to assemble, then self-levels and sets its own Z height. Its modern LED interface makes the machine simple to use and comes complete with guides to walk you through filament changes and more. It's faster than previous Ender 3s, with a max speed of 250 mm per second, which is mainly due to a robust build, with linear rods on the Y-axis and dual Z-axis, rather than speedy firmware. Obviously, Creality had to cut a few corners to produce this machine. It only has one Z-stepper motor. The second Z-axis is synced with a belt. The bed has a cheaper PC surface, and there's no Wi-Fi. Number 4. Bambu Lab A1 Mini. If you want to squeeze as much printing power into a small space and tight budget as possible, then Bambu Lab's A1 Mini checks all the boxes. It's a bed slinger-style mini 3D printer with the option of adding a light AMS automatic material system. It's the fastest bed slinger we've clocked so far and nearly as fast as Bambu's larger Core XY machines. Retailing at $299 for the printer and $459 with the AMS Lite, it packs more features than the competition for significantly less money. It has an intuitive color touchscreen, quick-change steel nozzles and a blazing 10,000 mm/s superscript 2 acceleration speed for fast, clean print. The A1 Mini can level the bed and set its own Z height with the touch of a button. The AMS for the A1 Mini spoils the compact footprint a bit, as it has to be set next to the printer rather than on top. It makes up for the inconvenience by being superior to the full-sized AMS with sensors that detect tangles and a spindle for each spool that can accommodate filament with odd-sized or cardboard spools. Number 3. Prusa Core 1. The long-awaited Prusa Research Core XY machine has arrived, and it doesn't disappoint. Engineers took the best parts of the highly rated MK4S and encased it in a slim steel exoskeleton with a cooling system that allows the printer to operate safely with the door shut, even with PLA. The Core 1 is 20% faster than the Prusa MK4S, with slightly better print quality. The Core 1 has a dozen seemingly small but extremely thoughtful tweaks that make for a better machine when taken as a whole. For example, the steel case does double duty as the printer's frame. The walls are punched in to make the space smaller and easier to heat, and the indents serve as a discrete place for a side-mounted spool holder. The other side is left empty, which is cheaper for Prusa to produce and creates a customizable storage space to suit each user's need. The doors are lightweight, unbreakable, and can be mounted with a hinge on either side. Clunky cable chains have been thrown out in favor of a simple swing arm that keeps the printer's tubes and wiring in place. And that special cooling? It's all made possible by placing a manually operated vent in the printer's top panel, so you don't have to take it off or leave the door open. And since it's a Prusa, it has fully automatic bed leveling, sets its own Z height, and comes with factory-set input shaping. Its native slicer program is a gold standard many other companies have used for their custom slicers. And because of Prusa Research's attention to detail, the Core 1 has dozens of slicer profiles for every filament imaginable. The Core 1 retails at $1,199, which is only $200 more than the MK4S. You can save money by building the kit version for $949 or converting a MK4S for $449. Number 2. Elegoo Centauri Carbon. The Centauri Carbon is everything you want in a budget-friendly, speedy printer. It's a fast, enclosed Core XY with a bed slinger price tag, launching at $299.99. Its speed and build size is similar to the top-of-the-line Bambu Lab printer, with a top speed of 500 mm per second and 20,000 mm/s superscript 2 acceleration. It uses an Eligo fork of Clipper to reduce vibrations and optimize pressure advance to produce excellent print. We were able to print an absolutely perfect PLA 3D Benchy in 18 minutes and 19 seconds. The Centauri Carbon's high-flow hot-end handled PLA, PETG, TPU, ABS and ASA without any issue. The top lid must be removed to print cooler filaments, but that's a common design issue with low-priced machines. It does a good job of retaining heat when the lid is on for printing ESA and ABS. It wasn't quite enough to print more tricky PC blend filament, but for average users, it handles more typical filaments without any trouble at all. It's perfect as a beginner machine or a print farm workhorse. It's pre-assembled, so you just unbox and go. The easy access spool holder, simple filament loading routine, and USB port front and center make the machine a breeze to use. The Centauri Carbon doesn't require cloud access and runs off an Eligo fork of Clipper, meaning you can control your own data security. Number 1. Bamboo Lab P2S. The Bamboo Lab P2S combo is a very near-perfect, mid-range Goldilocks 3D printer. It has excellent print quality, it's just the right size for most makers, and it can handle a wide range of materials in a whole rainbow of colors. It's also loaded with creator comforts to make printing easy for makers of any skill level, with excellent auto bed leveling, loads of sensors and cameras, plus my favorite easy-to-swap magnetic hot end. It does lack a few features, but this is to be expected from a mid-range model. Things like active chamber heating, advanced filtration, dual nozzles, and laser add-ons are reserved for high-end models. It has what you need to print darn near anything and cuts out the luxury fluff. Its only flaw is one shared by every AMS-fed multicolor unit. It creates a lot of filament waste when printing multicolor. The most noticeable improvement the P2S has over its predecessor, the P1S, might seem trivial. It got a touchscreen. The cheap-looking, difficult-to-use, minimalist control panel on the P1S really held it back, especially among beginners. Now the P2S has a proper modern screen, just like the premium X1C and H2 lineup. The touchscreen interface not only holds a wealth of information, but it also makes using the P2S without a computer incredibly easy. When paired with the Bamboo Handy mobile app, a beginner can select models from Bamboo Lab's Maker World and send them directly to the printer without needing a PC to run the full Bamboo Studio slicer. The P2S combo comes with the new AMS2 Pro, which also doubles as a filament dryer. The magnetic nozzles, which can be installed without tools, are the same ones used in the H2 line, and make maintenance a breeze. The new cooling system isn't quite as fancy as the H2, but it does the trick and, most importantly, lets you run the machine with the door closed at all times. This is a huge plus for makers with children and cats who want to keep stray fingers and furry butts out of the build chamber. Retailing at $599 for the standalone machine and $799 for the combo, the P2S is a solid choice for printing all the things you want around your home, shop, or office. That's it for today's review. If this helped you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more honest tech breakdowns. Thanks for watching, stay creative, keep printing, and I'll catch you in the next one.